Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English Academy. I'm Martha.
And I'm Jonas.
We are so happy you are here with us today because today's topic is something very warm, very familiar, and very loved all around the world.
Yes, today we are talking about coffee. Martha, before we start teaching English, let me ask you a very simple question. Do you like coffee?
I don't just like coffee, Jonas. Coffee is a part of my daily life. My morning feels incomplete without it.
That sounds very familiar. For many people, coffee is not just a drink, it's a habit, it's a feeling, it's a moment of peace.
Exactly. And that's why coffee is a perfect topic to learn English, because people talk about coffee every day, at home, at work, with friends, and even with strangers.
So today, we will talk about coffee in a very natural way. We will use simple English, we will explain expressions, feelings, and everyday conversations.
Martha, let's start from the beginning. When do you usually drink coffee? I usually drink coffee in the morning, right after I wake up. Sometimes before breakfast, sometimes after.
Same here. For me, coffee is like a signal. It tells my brain, okay, it's time to wake up.
That's a great way to say it. Coffee wakes me up.
Listeners, remember this sentence. You can say, coffee helps me wake up, or I need coffee to wake up.
Jonas, do you drink coffee only in the morning?
Mostly in the morning, but sometimes in the afternoon, especially when I feel tired.
Ah, that's very common. People often say, I need an afternoon coffee.
Yes, but I try not to drink coffee at night,
Why?
because then I can't sleep. Coffee keeps me awake.
That's another very useful sentence. Coffee keeps me awake.
So, listeners, we already learned 3 useful expressions. Coffee wakes me up. I need coffee to wake up. Coffee keeps me awake.
Now, Jonas, let's talk about types of coffee. What kind of coffee do you usually drink?
I usually drink black coffee. No milk, no sugar.
Oh, that's strong.
Yes, it is. But I like the taste.
I'm different. I like coffee with milk. Sometimes I add sugar, sometimes I don't.
So you can say, I like coffee with milk, or I take my coffee with sugar.
Exactly. And if you don't want sugar, you can say, no sugar, please.
This is very useful when you order coffee in a cafe.
Let's imagine a situation. You are in a coffee shop. Jonas, you are the barista. I am the customer.
Okay.
Hello, what can I get for you?
Hi, I'd like a cup of black coffee, please.
Sure. Would you like sugar or milk?
No, thank you. Just black coffee.
Perfect.
Listeners, this is very natural English. Simple, polite, and clear.
Now, Martha, coffee is not only about taste, it's also about mood.
That's true. Sometimes coffee feels comforting. Sometimes it feels energizing.
I like drinking coffee when I'm working. It helps me focus.
That's another great sentence. Coffee helps me focus.
Many students say that.
Yes, especially during exams.
Now, let me ask you something personal, Martha. Do you like drinking coffee alone or with people?
That's a good question. I like both.
In the morning, I like drinking coffee alone. It's quiet, it's peaceful.
But in the evening or afternoon, I enjoy coffee with friends.
So, coffee can be social.
Exactly. Meeting a friend for coffee is very common.
People often say, let's grab a coffee.
Listeners, remember this expression. Let's grab a coffee means let's meet and drink coffee together. It doesn't mean you're only drinking coffee. You may talk, relax, and spend time together.
Jonas, do you have any special coffee memories?
Yes, I remember studying late at night during university. Coffee was my best friend.
That's a very emotional sentence. Coffee was my best friend.
It shows feeling, not just a drink. Yes, Coffee gave me energy and comfort at the same time.
That's interesting. Coffee can be emotional. Some people associate coffee with rain, books, music, or silence.
Exactly. For some people, coffee means productivity. For others, it means relaxation.
Now, Jonas, let's talk about a very common question. How do you like your coffee?
Ah, yes, that's a classic question.
You can answer, I like it strong. I like it weak. I like it with milk. I like it sweet.
Very easy, very useful.
Martha, do you think coffee is healthy? That depends. In moderation, yes. Too much coffee can be bad.
So you can say, I drink coffee in moderation. That sounds very natural and mature English.
Now let's slow down a little. Imagine a quiet cafe, soft music, warm cup in your hands.
Jonas, describe that feeling. It feels calm. It feels safe. It feels like taking a break from the world.
Beautiful. Coffee moments are often slow moments.
That's why people say, take your time. Enjoy your coffee.
Listeners, this sentence is very warm and friendly.
Now, before we end part 1, let's leave a small question for our listeners.
Yes.
Listeners, think about this. What does coffee mean to you?
Is it energy? Is it comfort? Is it a habit? Or is it a moment of peace?
In the next part, we will talk more deeply about coffee conversations, ordering coffee, coffee culture, and even coffee and emotions.
So don't go anywhere.
Grab a cup of coffee, relax, and join us in part 2.
See you soon.
Bye for now.
Now, let's move on to part 2 of today's lesson. In part 1, we talked about what coffee means to us, when we drink it, and how it makes us feel. Now, in part 2, we're going deeper into real-life coffee conversations. Martha, let me ask you something. Do you remember the first time you ever drank coffee?
Yes, I do. I was quite young, and honestly, I didn't like it at first.
That's very common. Many people don't like coffee the first time.
Exactly. It tasted bitter, very strong.
So, listeners, this is a very common sentence. At first, I didn't like coffee, but later, things changed.
Yes, over time, I started to enjoy it, especially when I started studying late at night.
So, another useful phrase, over time, I started to like it. Jonas, how about you? Did you like coffee from the beginning?
No, not really. I started drinking coffee because everyone around me was drinking it.
That's interesting. So, coffee can be social pressure, too.
Yes, when friends say, let's have coffee, you don't want to say no every time.
Exactly. So, you start drinking it. Slowly, it becomes a habit. Listeners, remember this word, habit. You can say, drinking coffee is a habit for me. Now, Martha, let's talk about coffee and work. Many people connect coffee with productivity.
That's true. When I sit at my desk with a cup of coffee, I feel more serious about work.
That's a great sentence. Coffee helps me get into work mode.
I also feel that coffee gives structure to my day.
How so?
For example, morning coffee, afternoon coffee break, sometimes evening coffee with friends.
So, coffee divides your day into parts.
Exactly. It's like small pauses in life.
That's beautiful. Coffee as a pause. Listeners, you can say, I take a coffee break. This means you stop working for a short time and relax. Now, let's imagine another situation. You are at work.
Your colleague looks tired.
What do you say?
I might say, do you want some coffee?
Perfect. Very natural, very friendly. And the colleague can answer, yes, I'd love some. Or, no thank you, I've already had coffee. These are very polite responses. Martha, have you ever had too much coffee?
Oh, yes, and it was not a good experience.
What happened?
I felt restless. My heart was beating fast. I couldn't relax.
So, listeners, new word, restless. It means you can't sit calmly. You can say, I feel restless after too much coffee.
That's an important sentence.
Yes, because coffee is good, but too much coffee is not good. So, moderation is important.
Exactly. Now let's talk about coffee and weather. Many people associate coffee with certain weather.
Like rainy days.
Yes, rainy days and coffee are a perfect match. I love drinking coffee when it's raining outside.
Same here. It feels cozy. Listeners, this is a lovely word, cozy. It means warm, comfortable, and safe. You can say, coffee makes me feel cozy. Now, Jonas, let's talk about coffee and conversation. Do you think people talk better when they drink coffee together?
I think so. Coffee creates a relaxed atmosphere.
Yes, people open up more. That's why many serious talks happen over coffee. Job interviews, friendly meetings, deep conversations.
Exactly. You often hear people say, let's talk over coffee. Listeners, this is not about coffee only. It means let's sit and talk in a relaxed way.
Now, Martha, here's a simple but important question. How many cups of coffee do you drink in a day?
I usually drink 2 cups, sometimes 3, but not more than that.
So you can say, I usually drink 2 cups a day. Very simple, very common. Jonas, do you ever skip coffee?
Yes, sometimes on weekends.
Why?
Because I want a slower day. No rush, no pressure.
That's interesting. So coffee is also connected to speed of life.
Yes, with coffee, life feels faster. Without coffee, life feels slower.
That's a very deep thought. Listeners, think about this. Does coffee make your life faster or better? Now, before we end part 2, let's prepare you for part 3. In part 3, we will focus more on ordering coffee, coffee shop conversations, and real English you hear in cafes. So stay with us. Take a sip of your coffee, relax your shoulders, and let's continue this journey together. This was part 2 of our coffee conversation. So far, we talked about our relationship with coffee, habits, feelings, and daily life. Now, in part 3, we are stepping into a very real place, a coffee shop.
Imagine this. You push the door open. You hear soft music. You smell fresh coffee. Martha, I think this is where many English learners feel nervous.
That's true. Ordering coffee in English can feel stressful, but today we'll make it simple. Very simple.
So, listeners, relax. You don't need perfect English. You need clear English. Now, Jonas, you are the customer. I am the barista again.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi there. What can I get for you today?
Hi, can I get a coffee, please?
Sure. What kind of coffee would you like?
This is where people get confused.
Yes, so let's slow it down. You can answer in many easy ways. A black coffee, please. A coffee with milk, please. An iced coffee, please.
Exactly. Short sentences are perfectly fine. Jonas, continue.
I'll have a coffee with milk, please.
Sure. Would you like it hot or iced?
Hot, please.
Great. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Your total is $5.
Here you go.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Listeners, that was a full coffee order. Simple, polite, natural. Now, Martha, what if someone doesn't understand the menu?
That's very common, and it's okay to ask questions. You can say, can you recommend something? Or what do you suggest?
Very useful sentences.
Yes, and the barista might say, our latte is very popular, or this one is not too strong.
Now, listeners, notice this phrase, not too strong. You can say, I want something not too strong, or I like strong coffee. Jonas, what about pronunciation? Many learners worry about that.
That's true, but clarity is more important than accent.
Exactly. People will understand you if you speak calmly. Now, let's talk about waiting for coffee.
You place your order, now you wait. What do people usually do while waiting?
They look at their phone. They talk to friends. They look around. Some people enjoy the moment.
Yes, coffee shops are places to observe life. You see people working, people chatting, people sitting alone with headphones.
That's why coffee shops feel alive. Now, Martha, have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a cafe?
Yes, it happens more than people think. Someone might say, "Is this seat taken?"
Listeners, this is a very common question. You could answer, "No, go ahead," or "Yes, I'm waiting for someone." Very useful for real life.
And sometimes conversation starts from there.
Exactly. Coffee connects people. Now, Jonas, let's talk about takeaway coffee.
Ah, yes, coffee on the go. People often say, "Can I get this to go?" or "Takeaway, please." Both are correct.
And if you want to stay, you can say, "For here, please."
Simple, very natural. Now, listeners, here's a small but important detail. When your coffee is ready, they call your name.
Yes, sometimes they say it wrong.
And that's okay. You just smile and take your coffee.
Now, Martha, how do you feel when you hold a warm cup of coffee?
It feels comforting. It feels grounding.
That's a beautiful word, grounding. Coffee brings you back to the present moment. Now, let's slow down again. Imagine you sit by the window. Your coffee is in front of you. People pass by outside. Jonas, what do you think about in that moment?
I think about life, plans, sometimes nothing at all.
And that's okay. Listeners, coffee moments don't need purpose. They just need presence.
Now, before we finish part 3, let's prepare for part 4. In part 4, we will talk about coffee culture, different countries, and how coffee habits change around the world. So stay with us, take another sip, breathe in, and let's continue together. This was part 3 of our coffee conversation. So far, we have talked about coffee habits, cafe conversations, and personal moments. Now, in part 4, we're looking at coffee from a wider view. We are talking about coffee culture. Martha, coffee is not the same everywhere in the world, is it?
No, not at all. Coffee changes from country to country. The taste, the style, even the way people drink it. That's what makes coffee so interesting. Let's start with a simple example. In some countries, people drink coffee very quickly.
Yes, they stand at the counter, drink it in 1 or 2 minutes, and leave. Coffee is fuel there, not a long experience.
Exactly. But in other countries, coffee is slow. People sit for a long time, they talk, they relax, they don't rush.
Listeners, this is very important. Coffee culture reflects lifestyle. Jonas, what do you think coffee represents in busy cities?
In busy cities, coffee represents speed, energy, productivity. People carry coffee cups while walking, while working, even while talking on the phone. So coffee becomes part of movement.
Yes. Now, Martha, what about quieter places? In quieter places, coffee is about connection. People sit together, they talk face to face, no hurry. Coffee becomes a reason to stay.
That's beautiful. Listeners, you can say, "In my country, coffee culture is relaxed." Or, "In my country, people drink coffee quickly." Very simple sentences, very natural. Now let's talk about home coffee.
Not everyone goes to cafes. Many people love making coffee at home.
Yes, home coffee feels personal. You choose your cup, your place, your time. Some people drink coffee near the window, some on the balcony, some at their desk. Coffee adapts to your space.
That's true. Jonas, do you think coffee tastes different at home?
Yes, even if it's the same coffee, it feels different.
Why do you think that is?
Because atmosphere changes taste, mood changes taste. Listeners, this is a powerful idea. Food and drinks are emotional. Now let's talk about coffee and routine.
Many people have a fixed coffee routine. Morning coffee at the same time, same cup, same place. This routine gives stability.
Yes, it feels familiar, safe, so coffee becomes comfort. Martha, what happens when someone misses their coffee?
They feel off, something feels wrong. That's very common.
You can say, I feel off without my coffee. Very natural English. Now let's talk about coffee and creativity.
Many writers, artists, and thinkers love coffee. Why do you think that is?
Because coffee keeps the mind active, but also calm. It creates a balance.
Exactly. That's why you often see people writing in cafes. Listeners, you can say, I like working in a cafe, or coffee helps my creativity. Now, Jonas, let's talk about late night coffee.
Some people drink coffee late at night,
Yes, especially students.
but it's risky.
True, late night coffee can steal your sleep.
You can say, I avoid coffee at night, or I can't sleep if I drink coffee late. Very useful sentences. Now, let's slow down again. Imagine a late evening. Lights are soft, the day is almost over. You sit quietly with a cup of coffee. Martha, how does that moment feel?
It feels reflective, calm, a little emotional.
That's a beautiful word, reflective. Coffee helps people reflect. Think about the day, think about life. Listeners, coffee is not always about energy. Sometimes it's about pause. Now, before we finish Part 4, let's gently open the door to Part 5. In Part 5, we will bring everything together. We will talk about expressions, vocabulary, listener questions, and a small challenge for you. So stay with us. Your coffee is still warm, your mind is still open. Let's move into the final part together. This was Part 4 of our coffee conversation.
Now we have arrived at the final part of today's lesson. In Part 5, we are bringing everything together. Today we talked about coffee in many ways, not just as a drink, but as a habit, a feeling, a culture, and a moment in life. Let's take a short, calm look back. In Part 1, we talked about what coffee means to us personally, how it helps us wake up, how it helps us focus, how it becomes part of our daily routine. In Part 2, we talked about coffee and work, coffee breaks, productivity, and how coffee fits into the rhythm of our day. In Part 3, we stepped into a coffee shop. We practiced ordering coffee. We learned polite, simple, real-life English. We learned that clear English is better than perfect English. In Part 4, we explored coffee culture, different countries, different habits, different meanings. We learned that coffee reflects lifestyle and emotion. Now let's slow down one last time. Martha, after all these conversations, what does coffee mean to you now? To me, coffee means presence. It's not about speed, it's about stopping for a moment. That's beautiful. For me, coffee means balance. It gives energy, but it also creates calm. Listeners, think about this. What does coffee mean to you? Now let's review some useful vocabulary and expressions from today. Listen carefully. You can pause and repeat. Coffee wakes me up. Coffee helps me focus. I take my coffee with milk. No sugar, please. I'd like a black coffee. Can I get this to go? For here, please. Let's grab a coffee. I feel restless after too much coffee. I avoid coffee at night. Coffee makes me feel cozy. These are not textbook sentences. These are real English sentences. You can use them in your daily life. Now here is your small challenge for today. In the comments, write 3 sentences. Number 1, how many cups of coffee do you drink in a day? Number 2, when do you usually drink coffee? Number 3, what does coffee mean to you? Don't worry about mistakes. Simple English is perfect. Now, one more thing. If you enjoyed today's lesson, if you felt relaxed, and if you learned something useful, please like this video. It helps us reach more learners like you. And if you want to practice real English every day with calm conversations, useful topics, and natural speaking, subscribe to the channel. We are here to learn together, step by step, cup by cup. Thank you for spending this time with us. Take care of yourself, enjoy your coffee, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.